A quiet hum resonates within us. It's the call of the divine, the whisper of our ancestors. This sacred energy surrounds us, waiting for a channel to flow through. An altar becomes that channel. It's a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a tangible representation of our inner yearning for connection. Across cultures and throughout history, humans have crafted sacred spaces. These spaces serve as focal points for prayer, meditation, and communion with the divine. They are as diverse as the cultures that create them, each reflecting unique beliefs and traditions. Yet a common thread binds them all: the human need to connect with something larger than ourselves. Whether we seek guidance from ancestors, wisdom from spirit guides, or the blessings of deities, altars help us tap into a power that transcends the everyday. From the simple offerings on an ancestral shrine to the elaborate rituals of voodoo, the creation of an altar is a deeply personal act. It's an outward expression of our inward beliefs, a testament to the traditions we honor and the spirits we revere. Each element placed upon an altar carries significance. Candles flicker with prayers offered up to the heavens. Incense smoke carries our intentions on fragrant tendrils. Crystals pulse with ancient energy, and offerings of food and drink nourish both body and spirit. As we explore the diverse world of altars, we embark on a journey of discovery. We'll delve into the rich history and symbolism behind these sacred spaces. We'll uncover the unique traditions associated with each type of altar, learning how to approach them with respect and understanding. Most importantly, we'll discover how to create our own altars, spaces that reflect our unique spiritual paths and connect us to the vast tapestry of traditions that have come before us. In the tapestry of spiritual practices, ancestral altars hold a place of profound reverence. These sacred spaces are not merely memorials. They are vibrant conduits for connecting with the wisdom, love, and guidance of those who came before us. It's a recognition that life is a continuum, a flowing river where the past, present, and future intertwine. Ancestral altars serve as a testament to the belief that our loved ones never truly leave us. Their spirits, their essence, continue to exist in the realm of the unseen, watching over and guiding us on our life journeys. By creating a dedicated space for them, we invite their presence into our lives, seeking their blessings and wisdom. This practice transcends cultural boundaries, finding expression in various forms across the globe. From the ofrendas of Dia de los Muertos in Mexico to the ancestral shrines found in homes throughout Asia, the underlying sentiment remains the same: a deep respect and love for those who shaped our lives. Setting up an ancestral altar is a deeply personal act of remembrance and connection. It's an opportunity to surround ourselves with tangible reminders of those we've loved and lost, keeping their memories alive in our hearts and homes. Each item placed on the altar becomes a symbol, a story waiting to be told, a bridge connecting us to the generations that came before. The beauty of an ancestral altar lies in its simplicity and adaptability. There are no hard and fast rules, only guidelines to help you create a space that feels authentic and meaningful to you. The most important element is the intention you bring to its creation. Begin by selecting a location for your altar. It could be a quiet corner in your bedroom, a dedicated shelf in your living room, or even a small table set up specifically for this purpose. Choose a space where you feel a sense of peace and tranquility, a place where you can connect with your ancestors without distractions. Once you've chosen a location, begin to personalize it with items that remind you of your loved ones. Framed photographs are a beautiful way to honor their memory, allowing their loving gazes to grace your sacred space. Consider adding heirlooms passed down through generations, a piece of jewelry, a handwritten letter, a cherished book. These tangible objects serve as anchors for your memories, helping you to feel the presence of your ancestors more tangibly. As you hold each item, allow yourself to be transported back to a special moment shared, a cherished memory, a feeling of love and connection. Remember, the purpose of an ancestral altar is to create a space that feels welcoming and inviting to the spirits of your loved ones. Infuse it with love, respect, and a genuine desire to connect, and you will create a powerful conduit for communication and guidance. Section 3, the language of offerings. Communicating with ancestors. Ancestral altars are not static displays. They are living, breathing spaces that thrive on interaction. The act of tending to your altar, of making regular offerings, is a beautiful way to nurture the connection with your ancestors and demonstrate your love and respect. Offerings are a way of communicating with the spirit world, a symbolic gesture that speaks volumes. Just as you would offer a gift to a loved one in the physical realm, offerings on your altar serve as a way to show your ancestors that you honor their memory and seek their guidance. Water, a symbol of purity and life-giving energy, is a common offering found on ancestral altars. A fresh glass of water, replaced regularly, symbolizes your desire to keep the connection clear and flowing. Food played a central role in many cultures' traditions of honoring ancestors. Consider offering small portions of dishes your loved ones enjoyed in life, or traditional foods associated with your heritage. The act of sharing a meal, even symbolically, strengthens the bond between the living and the departed. Candles, with their flickering flames, representing the eternal nature of the soul, are another powerful offering. As you light a candle, whisper a prayer or a message of love to your ancestors, allowing the flame to carry your intentions to the spirit realm. Section 1. Embracing the unseen spirit guide altars. While our ancestors provide a grounding connection to our lineage, spirit guides offer a different kind of support, a guiding hand on our individual spiritual journeys. These benevolent beings, often unseen but deeply felt, walk beside us, offering wisdom, protection, and encouragement as we navigate the twists and turns of life. Spirit guides can take many forms. They might be ancestors who've transitioned into roles of guidance, wise teachers from spiritual traditions, or compassionate beings who resonate with our soul's purpose. Regardless of their form, their presence is a gift, a source of strength and inspiration on our paths of growth and self-discovery. Creating a spirit guide altar is an act of acknowledging and welcoming this unseen support system. It's a way of creating a sacred space where the veil between the physical and spiritual realms feels thinner, a sanctuary where we can connect with these loving energies and open ourselves to their guidance. This type of altar is deeply personal. reflecting the unique connection we share with our guides. It's a space to honor their presence, express gratitude for their support, and cultivate a deeper relationship with these compassionate companions on our soul's journey. Section 2. Crafting a sanctuary for your spiritual allies. Unlike ancestral altars, which often focus on tangible reminders of loved ones, spirit guide altars tend to be more intuitively guided. The key is to create a space that feels aligned with your own spiritual energy and resonates with the presence of your guides. Begin by choosing a location that feels sacred and serene. It could be a quiet corner in your meditation room, a dedicated shelf in your study, or even a small table adorned with a beautiful cloth. The most important factor is that the space feels inviting to both you and your spirit guides. Next, begin to personalize the altar with items that hold spiritual significance for you. Crystals, known for their ability to hold and amplify energy, are often found on spirit guide altars. Select crystals that resonate with your intentions or that you feel drawn to intuitively. Feathers, representing communication with the divine and connection to the celestial realms, are another beautiful addition. If you find feathers on your path, consider them a gift from your guides and place them on your altar as a reminder of their presence. Other items like incense, candles, oracle cards, or statues of deities or ascended masters can also find a place on your spirit guide altar, depending on your personal beliefs and practices. Trust your intuition as you select each item, allowing your heart to guide you towards what feels aligned and meaningful. Section 3, the language of intuition. Recognizing guidance. One of the most rewarding aspects of creating a spirit guide altar is the opportunity it provides for deepening your connection with your intuition. As you tend to your altar, offering prayers, lighting candles, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, pay attention to the subtle messages and guidance that arise. Your spirit guides communicate in a language beyond words, often through synchronicities, dreams, intuitive nudges, or a deep knowing that wells up from within. As you cultivate a practice of connecting with your altar, you'll become more attuned to these subtle forms of communication. You might find yourself drawn to a particular crystal, feeling its energy pulsate with a message. A feather might flutter off the altar, guiding you to pay attention to a specific area of your life. Or you might receive a flash of insight during meditation, a clear message from your guides offering guidance or reassurance. Remember that the guidance offered by your spirit guides is always for your highest good, even if it comes in unexpected ways or challenges you to step outside your comfort zone. Approach their guidance with an open heart and a willingness to listen, and you'll find yourself guided towards a life of greater purpose, fulfillment, and spiritual alignment. By creating a sacred space for your spirit guides and cultivating a practice of connecting with them, you open yourself to a world of support, wisdom, and unconditional love. Trust in their presence, listen to their whispers, and allow their guidance to illuminate your path. Section 1, Yoruba Traditions, Honoring the Orishas. Venturing deeper into the diverse world of altars, we encounter the vibrant traditions of the Yoruba people of West Africa, whose spiritual practices have influenced cultures across the globe, particularly in the Americas. Central to Yoruba spirituality is the reverence for the Orishas, powerful deities who embody various aspects of nature, human experience, and the divine. These are not distant gods, but active forces in the lives of their devotees, offering guidance, protection, and blessings. Each Orisha possesses unique characteristics, domains, and preferences, reflected in the altars dedicated to them. These sacred spaces become points of connection, where devotees can honor the Orishas, seek their guidance, and offer gratitude for their blessings. Creating an Orisha altar is an act of deep respect and devotion, requiring knowledge and understanding of Yoruba traditions. It's essential to approach this practice with humility and a willingness to learn, seeking guidance from elders or initiated practitioners within the tradition. The creation of an Orisha altar is often guided by divination, ensuring that it aligns with the individual's spiritual path and the guidance of the Orishas. Once consecrated, these altars become sacred spaces, imbued with the energy of the Orisha being honored, and serve as a focal point for prayer, offerings, and rituals. Section 2. Elements of an Orisha altar. Orisha altars are as diverse as the deities they honor, each reflecting the Orisha's unique attributes and preferences. However, some common elements create a foundation for these sacred spaces. Altars are typically set up on the floor or a low table, symbolizing humility and respect for the Orishas. A white cloth often covers the surface, representing purity and the divine. Statues or images of the specific Orisha being honored are placed prominently on the altar, serving as a focal point for devotion. These representations are considered sacred and treated with the utmost reverence. Each Orisha is associated with specific colors, often reflected in the altar's adornments. For example, Oshun, the Orisha of love, beauty, and sweet waters, is associated with yellow and gold, while Ogun, the Orisha of iron, war, and technology, is represented by green and black. Beads in the Orisha's colors are often draped on the statues or placed in bowls as offerings. These beads hold spiritual significance, representing prayers, gratitude, and the devotee's connection to the Orisha. The altar is also adorned with elements representing the Orisha's domain. For example, Yamaya, the Orisha of the ocean, might have seashells, a bowl of salt water, or images of the ocean on her altar, while Shango, the Orisha of thunder and lightning, might have a double-headed axe, representing his power, and a representation of a ram, his sacred animal. Section 3. Sacred Colors and Offerings. Offerings play a crucial role in Yoruba traditions, serving as a way to show respect, gratitude, and to request the Orisha's blessings. Each Orisha has specific preferences regarding offerings, often reflecting their domain or attributes. Food offerings are common, with each Orisha having favorite dishes. For example, Oshun is fond of honey, sweets, and pumpkins, while Ogun prefers yams, red palm oil, and roasted corn. The food is carefully prepared and presented on the altar as a gesture of love and devotion. Drinks are also offered, with water being a universal symbol of purity and life. Other drinks, like palm wine or specific types of alcohol, might be preferred by certain Orishas. Candles, representing light, guidance, and the presence of the divine, are an integral part of Orisha altars. The color of the candle often corresponds to the specific Orisha being honored. For example, white candles are often used for Obatala, the Orisha of creation, while red candles might be used for Shango. Flowers, herbs, and other natural elements associated with the Orisha are also offered. For example, sweet-smelling flowers might be placed on Ocean's altar, while herbs known for their healing properties might be offered to Babalu Aye, the Orisha of healing. Maintaining an Orisha altar is an ongoing practice, requiring regular attention and devotion. Devotees approach the altar with reverence, offering prayers, making offerings, and seeking guidance from the Orishas. It becomes a sacred space where the devotee can connect with the divine, deepen their spiritual practice, and experience the blessings of the Orishas in their lives. Section 1. Vodou. Communion with the Loa. Our exploration of altars now leads us to the heart of Haitian Vodou, a vibrant and often misunderstood religion that pulses with the rhythms of Africa and the Caribbean. Vodou, a tapestry woven from the threads of West African traditions and the experiences of enslaved Africans in Haiti, offers a profound understanding of the interconnectedness between the spiritual and material worlds. At the core of Vodou lies the profound belief in a single, unknowable God, Bandi. However, Bandi is considered too vast, too distant to be directly approached by humans. Instead, Vodouissants, practitioners of Vodou, cultivate relationships with the Loa, powerful spirits who act as intermediaries between Bandi and humanity. The Loa, much like the Orishas of Yoruba traditions, are not separate gods, but emanations of Bandi, each embodying specific aspects of nature, human experience, and the divine. They are multifaceted beings, capable of great compassion and fierce protection, reflecting the complexities of life itself. Loa altars serve as points of connection between the human and spirit realms, spaces where Vodouissants can honor the Loa, request their guidance, and offer gratitude for their blessings. These altars are not simply static displays, but living, breathing spaces infused with the energy of the Loa they honor. Section 2. Constructing a Loa altar. Vessels of divine energy. Creating a Loa altar is a sacred act, approached with reverence and respect. It's essential to seek guidance from experienced practitioners within the Vodou tradition, as the placement of objects, the choice of offerings, and the rituals performed are deeply rooted in specific lineages and practices. Loa altars are often adorned with rich symbolic imagery, reflecting the syncretism inherent in Vodou, where Catholic saints are often associated with specific Loa. For example, Papa Legba, the Loa who opens the pathways between the human and spirit worlds, is often syncretized with St. Peter, who holds the keys to heaven. The altar itself might be draped in rich fabrics, often in the colors associated with the specific Loa being honored. For example, Azili Freda, the Loa of love, beauty, and luxury, is associated with pink and white, while Ogu Ferre, the Loa of war and iron, is represented by red and black. Bottles, often containing perfumes, liquors, or herbal infusions, are a prominent feature on Loa altars. These serve as vessels for the Loa's energy and are used in rituals to invoke their presence. The type of liquid offered varies depending on the Loa's preferences. Other offerings, such as food, candles, money, and cigars, are also placed on the altar, demonstrating the devotee's respect and gratitude. Each offering is chosen with intention, reflecting the Loa's domain or attributes. Section 3, maintaining the sacred connection, offerings and rituals. Loa altars are not static displays, but dynamic spaces that require regular attention and interaction. Voduisants cultivate relationships with the Loa through offerings, prayers, songs, and rituals, creating a reciprocal exchange of energy and devotion. Offerings are a way of showing respect, gratitude, and requesting the Loa's blessings. They are also seen as nourishment for the Loa, sustaining their energy and strengthening their connection to the devotee. Food offerings are common, with each Loa having favorite dishes. Azili Freda, for example, enjoys sweets, champagne, and pink roses, while Kausen Zaka, the Loa of agriculture, prefers grilled corn, plantains, and rum. The food is prepared with care and presented on the altar as a gesture of love and respect. Candles, representing light, guidance, and the presence of the divine, are lit on the altar, their flames carrying prayers and intentions to the Loa. The color of the candle often corresponds to the specific Loa being honored. Voduisants also communicate with the Loa through song and dance. These rhythmic expressions of devotion create a vibrant energy, inviting the Loa's presence and facilitating communication between the human and spirit realms. Rituals, often led by experienced practitioners, are performed at the altar to honor the Loa, request their guidance, or seek their intervention in matters of importance. These rituals involve specific prayers, offerings, and symbolic actions, creating a sacred space for the Loa's energy to manifest. Maintaining a Loa altar is an ongoing practice, a testament to the Voduisants' commitment to honoring the Loa and deepening their spiritual connection. It is through this ongoing exchange of offerings, prayers, and rituals that the Loa's presence is invoked, their blessings are sought, and the sacred bond between the human and spirit realms is nurtured. Section 1. Nature's Embrace, Native American Altars. Our journey through the world of altars now leads us to the ancient traditions of Native Americans, where reverence for the natural world and a deep connection to ancestors intertwine. For indigenous peoples across the Americas, spirituality is not confined to temples or sacred texts, but is woven into the very fabric of daily life, expressed through a profound respect for the earth and all its creatures. Native American altars, often called sacred hoops or medicine wheels, are tangible representations of this interconnectedness. They are not merely places of worship, but microcosms of the universe, reflecting the balance and harmony found in nature. These altars are as diverse as the tribes and nations that create them, each reflecting the unique beliefs, practices, and relationships with the spirit world that have been passed down through generations. However, a common thread binds them all: a deep reverence for the earth as a sacred and living being, and a recognition that all things are interconnected. Creating a Native American altar is an act of honoring this sacred connection. It's a way of inviting the spirits of the earth, the ancestors, and the animal and plant allies into our lives, seeking their guidance, protection, and blessings. These altars are not static displays, but living, breathing spaces that require tending, respect, and reciprocity. Section 2. Elements of the Earth. Crafting a sacred space. Native American altars are often constructed outdoors in places of natural beauty and power. A secluded grove of trees, a rocky outcropping overlooking a valley, or a peaceful spot near a river or stream might be chosen as a sacred space. The altar itself might be a simple circle of stones, representing the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The four cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, are often honored, with each direction representing specific energies, colors, and elements. Natural objects gathered with reverence and gratitude form the heart of the altar. Stones, representing the bones of the earth and the ancestors, are often placed in the center or at the four directions. Feathers, symbolizing prayers carried to the heavens, might be offered to the spirits or used to fan smoke from burning herbs. Plants and herbs, valued for their healing and spiritual properties, are also essential elements. Sage, cedar, sweetgrass, and tobacco are often burned as offerings, their fragrant smoke carrying prayers and cleansing the space. Other plants, like corn, beans, and squash, representing the three sisters of life, might be offered as symbols of sustenance and gratitude. The altar might also include sacred objects used in ceremonies and rituals, such as a pipe, a drum, or a rattle. These objects are considered alive with spirit and are treated with the utmost respect. Section 3. Espiritismo, bridging worlds through ancestral veneration. Our exploration of altars now takes us to the Caribbean, where Espiritismo, a vibrant spiritual tradition, flourishes. Rooted in the blending of African, indigenous, and European beliefs, Espiritismo emphasizes communication with spirits, particularly those of deceased loved ones, for guidance, healing, and spiritual growth. At the heart of Espiritismo lies the belief that death is not an end, but a transition to the spirit world. Spirits, particularly those of family members and loved ones, are believed to retain a deep connection to the living and can influence their lives for good or ill. Espiritismo altars, often found in homes and spiritual centers, serve as a bridge between the physical and spirit worlds. These sacred spaces are dedicated to honoring the spirits, facilitating communication with them, and requesting their guidance and protection. Creating an Espiritismo altar is an act of love, respect, and remembrance. It's a way of inviting the spirits of loved ones into the home, acknowledging their presence, and seeking their blessings. These altars are not places of fear, but of comfort, connection, and spiritual support. Espiritismo altars reflect the syncretic nature of the tradition, often blending Catholic imagery with elements from African and indigenous spiritual practices. Images of saints, particularly those associated with healing or protection, are commonly found on Espiritismo altars. Candles, representing light, guidance, and the presence of the divine, are an integral part of Espiritismo altars. White candles, symbolizing purity and spiritual elevation, are often used to represent the spirits of loved ones. Water, seen as a purifying and life-giving element, is also a common offering. Glasses of water, often placed in a specific pattern, are believed to refresh the spirits and facilitate their communication. Flowers, representing beauty, life, and the ephemeral nature of the physical world, are offered as a gesture of love and respect. Their fragrance is also believed to attract positive spirits and elevate the energy of the altar. Maintaining an Espiritismo altar is an ongoing practice, requiring regular attention, devotion, and respect. It's a sacred space where the veil between the worlds feels thin, where the presence of loved ones can be felt, and where spiritual guidance and healing can be sought. Section 1. Altars, Gateways to the Sacred. As we conclude our exploration of altars across cultures, we come to appreciate the profound significance of these sacred spaces. They are far more than mere decorations or symbolic gestures. They are powerful conduits for connecting with the unseen realms, for tapping into the wellspring of spiritual energy that flows through all of creation. Whether we seek the wisdom of our ancestors, the guidance of spirit guides, the blessings of deities, or simply a deeper connection to the sacredness of life itself, altars provide a tangible focal point for our spiritual aspirations. They serve as reminders of the unseen forces that shape our lives, inviting us to step outside the mundane and embrace a deeper level of awareness. The act of creating an altar is itself a sacred act. It is a declaration of our beliefs, a testament to the traditions we honor, and an outward expression of our inner yearning for connection. As we carefully select each item, imbuing it with intention and meaning, we create a space that reflects our unique spiritual journey. Altars, regardless of their form or origin, serve as gateways to the sacred. They remind us that we are not alone in this journey of life, death, and rebirth, but are surrounded by a vast web of unseen support, guidance, and love. Section 2. Honoring traditions, embracing diversity. The diversity of altars we've encountered highlights the richness and complexity of human spiritual expression. From the simple offerings on an ancestral shrine to the elaborate rituals of Vodou, each tradition offers a unique perspective on the nature of the divine, the role of spirits, and the relationship between the physical and spiritual realms. As we learn about these diverse practices, it's essential to approach them with respect and humility. Each tradition carries with it centuries of wisdom, passed down through generations, and holds deep meaning for those who practice it. Rather than appropriating or misrepresenting these traditions, let us approach them with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Let us seek understanding from those who are the keepers of this knowledge, honoring the lineages and practices that have been passed down through generations. By embracing the diversity of spiritual expression, we expand our own understanding of the sacred. We come to recognize that there are many paths up the mountain, each leading to the same summit of spiritual awakening and connection. Section 3. The Journey Inward. Creating an altar for the soul. While learning about the traditions and practices associated with different types of altars is enriching, the most profound journey begins when we create our own sacred spaces. An altar is a reflection of our own unique spiritual path, a tangible representation of our beliefs, values, and aspirations. It's a space where we can connect with our deepest selves, commune with the divine, and draw strength and inspiration for our life's journey. There are no hard and fast rules when it comes to creating a personal altar. The most important element is the intention we bring to its creation. What do we seek to cultivate in our lives? What energies do we wish to invite into our space? What symbols hold deep meaning for us? Whether we choose to honor our ancestors, connect with spirit guides, work with deities, or simply create a space for quiet contemplation, our altar becomes a sacred mirror, reflecting back to us our own evolving spiritual journey. As we tend to our altar, offering prayers, lighting candles, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, we cultivate a deeper connection to the divine within and around us. We create a sanctuary for the soul, a space where we can retreat from the busyness of daily life and reconnect with our true nature. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to take a deeper dive into growing on your spiritual journey, join the House of Sunflower Patreon community, linked in the description box.